Hey everyone, you're tuning in to episode number 25 of the Unknown Games podcast. I'm Adrian, and as always, this is the intro to the show, not the intro. If I fooled you, then I bamboozled you. Okay, anyways, guys and girls, this is a great show because we have a treat for you. And that treat is we're playing the Final Fantasy VII demo live on the podcast. When I say live, I mean it's actually recorded. And you're going to hear the game audio in the background. And it's actually a pretty engaging experience. I hope that you all enjoy it. Now, if you want to watch the full video, that's right, with the actual game going and us speaking, now you'll need to head over to our YouTube channel. That's Unknown Games Podcast. If you just search us, you'll find us. And we're going to try to do videos like this, hopefully once a month. So this kind of Let's Play style. And we think that everyone's going to enjoy them. We hope we do the game justice. After all, we've only talked about it for like half a year. And it's amazing. I think I'm going to buy it on day one. Peer pressure, everyone. So remember, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at UGP_cast. And remember to tell your friends, family, dogs, pets. Dogs are pets. Just tell everyone about us. And, we always love your support as well. So we thank you. And honestly, where would we be without you? We're pushing our limits. So we hope that you all can enjoy more content from us in various ways. Thanks for everything. And after this, you're going to hear the sponsorship break. And then after that, you're going to hear the show. So we hope that you enjoy it. Thanks once again, everyone. And see you on the other side. Everyone, welcome to the Unknown Games podcast. This is episode number 25, and boy oh boy do we have a great show for you today, because not only are we recording our normal show, but we're also going to be playing the Final Fantasy VII demo. We've talked about it so much that we figured we should do something special, and by we, of course, I mean myself, Adrian, and my co-host Alex.
Hey, what's up? I'm Alex.
See, even with the best game that we've been talking about for like almost half a year now, still the same intro, but it's all good. And you can watch this footage if you're listening to us on Anchor or iTunes. If you're listening to the audio version, be sure to check out our YouTube channel at just look Unknown Games Podcast. Just search that, you'll be able to find the video. We'll have it up there. And it's pretty much a video podcast. So we're trying new things, everybody. And thank you so much for always following us, for always being supportive. Remember, you can look us up on Twitter or Instagram at UGP_cast as well. And without any further ado, I don't know, I'm really excited to see the game. I played the demo, of course, all of us did. Alex has already played it, but we just want to, talk about it and share it.
Yeah, we figured I don't know, I guess we could kind of give our thoughts about the demo as we were playing through it again.
Yeah. So, even from the opening sequence, right? Some of this stuff was, they've redone it. This shot of Aerith, it's the same.
Yeah, it's mostly the same. Obviously, you can look at a comparison on YouTube, but it's the same. I don't know how to put it in technical words, but it's the same kind of framing, right? The same kind of shot, but with just better visuals.
Right. So a lot of the shots are really similar. There's some parts where the camera actually, it isn't, because FF7 back in the day was what? Polygons? Blocky arms, blocky heads.
Yeah, it's like Cloud's arm was like a polygon or something.
His head just might as well have just been the spike.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But even then, we have so many different renditions of these characters. So obviously I think these are the best looking versions of them. But you also have the Advent Children versions, which Aerith wasn't in Advent Children, if I remember, right?
For a second she was in it. It was at the very end of the movie, yeah.
Right. So this is our first time, really. Gosh, she looks so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm upset. I don't want her to die, you know, even though I know she will, but I don't want her
I mean,
to.
if she dies, maybe she can come to this world and be with me.
Sure. Yeah, your actual waifu.
Everyone's thinking the same thing, but I mean, like this shot is par on par the same, and like it just
with the zoom out, right?
But the scale is just it feels so much more epic.
I know, because you can see the cars. If you look at the zoom out, I mean, they're kind of really small now.
Alex,
But you can see the cars go by.
Okay, I can see the cars go by now.
Yeah, you can see like, you know, there's different size buildings. There's a skyscraper section, kind of by the left side.
I have a question. Were you actually looking at the cars the first time you tried to look at this demo?
I wasn't looking at I did notice them, but I did notice that there was a lot more detail in that pull-out shot.
Yeah.
Because obviously, compared to how it was originally, there's so much more things that they can put into the scene, right?
Right. I mean, it's so much, and I mean, like even this part, I went back and I looked at it and I was like, it couldn't have been the same, but it was.
Well, it's pretty similar, yeah. So we have two guards come in, and then we have Avalanche come in here in a second to, I guess, knock them out. In the original version, it looks like they kind of throw them or something. Like it takes like a second.
Right. It's just like, but like what I found like was really cool about this demo, and I think as we go, I think they put so much into, of course, like the music is amazing. I mean,
right.
I love all the ways they remix the tracks. I think a lot of the animations and mocap that they've done for the characters, the voice acting is stupid good. I love the voice acting and banter.
Get down here, Merc.
So they changed that line. So here, and he says, "Get down here, Merc," right?
Yeah.
But the original version, what does he say? He's like, "Come on, like newbie," I think they called him.
Oh god, Cloud. I mean, Cloud is a special. He's a special man.
They called him a newbie, I think, in the original English script, because they were translating from the Japanese Shin-iri, which is just like a newcomer or something like that.
Newcomer. Yeah.
But then, you know, they have a chance to redo the translation, and they just called him a merc in this one, I guess, to make it a little more accurate. Because he's not.
I feel like it makes
right?
more sense. Yeah. He is a soldier. He is a soldier. He is one.
He's not a combat newbie, let's say.
Yeah, he's not new to combat. He might not have been the best at it, but he's not new to it. And like you said, like, so all the stuff that we've done, of course, the combat's been redone. And if you played like, I don't know why I'm thinking of Advent Children. If you played Crisis Core,
if you played Advent Children,
if you played Advent Children, you played something no one's ever played. But
yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people using the ATB gauge, it's similar to Crisis Core in some ways, where you can just press X to do, you know, your basic attacks. But those attacks give you, you know, they're going to give you your parts of your gauge so that you can actually use moves and go into turn battle. Turn-based battle? Yeah. Hop over that thing, Cloud.
Yeah, I think one thing that I find really cool about this, we're not doing it now, but you can choose to play this game in quote-unquote classic mode, which means you don't need to play the game as an action RPG. You can kind of play it as full turn-based. Should
we actually do that? I don't know. Like I didn't mess around with that function.
I didn't mess around with it either. We can try that out too. So let me do that. What would that even be?
Holy crap! I didn't even. Did a whole like spreadsheet about the enemy just pop up?
Yeah, that was me hitting the touchpad here, and you can see basically the scan.
That's pretty cool.
Ability. I didn't. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't press the touchpad at all. So I mean, like. It's one of those things where you're like, oh, what? Okay, touchpad, cool. I mean, it's a big button. I mean, it should always be used in some way, form, or fashion.
Some form, yeah.
But dude, like, I just want to know, when you hit someone in real life,
with that sword, you'd be dead, yeah.
Oh no, I want sparks to fly like this. I want more sparks. So,
do you want it to change the game to classic mode?
Yeah. We'll see if we can change it to classic mode. And see, there's an easy. Like, what is easy mode? I don't even want to try it.
I think it's just like, yeah, you pretty much can't die. I'm assuming here.
I'm hoping the game just plays itself. You don't even, you don't literally need to do anything. It's auto combat like some fighting games, one button combos. So yeah, man, Cloud. I don't know, man. Like Cloud has always been one of my favorite characters. I don't know about you. In a weird way.
He's got a pretty broad appeal.
What was his name again?
Well, I mean, because his sword is so big and
in the
that's pretty cool.
in the spike. I think that's what it was for me. But for this demo,
He's a professional.
I don't know what it is about old girl Jessie right there, but I was like, yo, Jessie, you can take it from Aerith and Tifa.
Yeah, she was good, right? That's
She
what I was
was good.
thinking. I gotta say here, Wedge though. Wedge is, I think they did a really good job of making Wedge kind of that dumb idiot that we remember him as.
He really is.
I'm like, whoa, they just like transplanted Wedge like from that time period. Like he's so, this is Wedge. Like this is how I imagine him.
I mean, and so we're looking at Wedge, and he's got his, he's got that classic. He's got his bandana on. He's a little bit chunky, and he doesn't look like he's ever exercised enough to even go on this mission.
Yeah, I'm like, how did they like? Surely Avalanche could have done a little bit better than Wedge, but
I mean, I'm watching Game of Thrones now, and like he reminds me of Sam. If anyone's watched Game of Thrones.
oh yeah.
He's like,
Nobody do something this crazy just for money.
no, yeah,
They
people
may
do.
not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think.
Not interested.
So
What?
the demo overall is pretty linear, and like we know we're gonna get like a bunch of
Wedge.
50 to 60 hours.
Yeah, apparently, right? Because it's supposed to be the length of a full RPG here.
And we know like it has to be a lot of it side quests. That has to be measured in side quests because the story,
Every last gill.
I'm gonna say, it has to be pretty similar to like the story sections have to be like this, I think.
Pretty
Michael
linear, you
Bay-
mean?
Yeah, like pretty linear. You're going through it, and maybe you can actually finish the game in like 30 hours.
Well, we don't know how much like new story section they've added, if anything. I gotta say one thing though is that you can see the fire materia slotted in the Buster Sword, and I love that. I love that detail.
Yes, it's good. Like, and you can see it in Barrett's arm too, like in his the Gatling gun or whatever. Like, you
Yeah.
can see it in the side there. It's even smaller. It's not as noticeable. So we're getting this read up on classic.
Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is this turns it to FF13 mode.
Oh, what? Oh,
Yeah.
snap, bro. This is... Oh, no. The game just got...
So it says,
Oh, no.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the tutorial as well. But basically, you don't need to move or dodge or block, and you just issue commands as soon as your ATB gauge has filled,
Oh,
which is pretty much
snap.
how FF13 played. So
And that's-
instead, yeah,
Oh, goodness. No, I'm actually like really excited for that. That's kind of hype.
yeah.
That's kind of cool. Like, yeah, me and Alex are huge FF13 fans, so...
Well, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
so
not
he's
do-
auto-blocking.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything, so
What?
I can do the
It's
command
playing
menu
itself.
now.
And then you just go in and... Oh, okay. So you're still doing the combat actions, but everything else is automated.
Well, I'm not attacking right now. It is.
Yeah. You're not pressing X. That's the only thing you're not doing. You're only choosing the commands.
I'm only issuing commands, which will be braver, the thrust attack, and fire.
How do you feel about that? Like,
Do
do you feel lazy or something? Like, I don't know. Like, does pressing X actually engage you more, or is...
Yeah. So here's the thing: is like, it certainly makes the game, let's say, easy. So if you're just in it for, I don't know, if you're just in it for the story, I think that's totally acceptable.
On one hand, I think it allows you to actually, what do I want to say? Like, you don't have to worry about pressing L1 or to dodge,
No.
not dodge, but to guard.
Yeah.
At
And
the
then
right
X to
time.
dodge. You don't got to do
And-
anything, man.
Yeah, it just does it for you.
Uh-huh. So here, we're trying to go through this grate, and then some enemies will spring up right here.
Not so fast. We've got company.
These people are coming in like, "Oh-do-do-do-do." And I think they do a good job on the enemies too. Just like not redesigning them, but translating them into this game. Well, he's just blocking. Cloud's like, I'm a block,
I could just go to sleep right now. Like, I could not do anything.
but you wouldn't issue any spells or skills. That's the difference. Like, you won't be able to do that. That's the
No,
only thing
no,
that doesn't
no.
happen. So what the heck is easy mode then? You
Easy
can't get
mode
much-
easy mode is basically this, but without the auto movement. So this is like, I would say, like ultra easy mode.
Like, in one way, I'm feeling like it's not as challenging, but when I got into the boss fights, I was actually hoping more for something like that. I mean, that's for me. So I think there's two different people it could kind of suit.
Oh, interesting. So I can take over. So now it's on auto, right?
Right.
I can move the control stick, and then it just lets me go wherever I want.
Okay, so you still have at least that part.
Yeah, at least that part.
At least that part in control.
Uh-huh.
Huh. That's interesting.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, nothing to it, Cloud. Oh, man. I gotta say, I wonder how many boxes we're gonna be opening.
Oh, man, I don't know. I'm sure I missed them already, actually.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be huge. A lot of my friends are... We had that episode about peer pressure, of course. Like, are you gonna get FF7? And after this demo came out, everyone's just like, man, you gonna get it now? You gonna get it? I'm like, I mean, you know, it was alright. It was good.
Well, I think the reaction to the demo on the internet has been fairly positive. I don't know anyone who's been negative about it. Like, everyone's been like, this is good. This is a good demo.
That's the only thing people might have said is like, Barrett talks too much. And that was on Japanese Twitter.
Yeah.
That might be, I don't know about like American Twitter.
Did you hear Japanese Barrett?
Yeah, I have.
He
doesn't have the
sounds
same swag.
actually like an old man.
He didn't have the same swag.
He sounds like so I've heard someone like refer to him as like an osan, which is like an old kind of dude. And he really does sound like an old like dude, you know what I mean?
Like it doesn't have the same
When it was built.
ring to it, you know?
Yeah, it is a
Have
little
it your
different.
way, mutt.
Yeah, he
Okay,
doesn't say that.
I can't
yeah,
even sound like that.
Yeah. So that's Bear, right? In English. That's how we know Bear. But he
It's Mr.
certainly
T.
sounds like
Just
a
leave
dude.
it at Mr. T. Hi, Jesse.
How do we get through here again? We just talk to... Yeah, there we
Just
go.
talk to Biggs.
Damn, I'm good.
I almost feel like I'm going to be saying, hey, Jesse, like, more than 5 times throughout this thing. Especially towards the end. It's a long demo, too.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. So I also didn't pre-order this game until the demo came out, and then once I played the demo, I was like, all right, fine, it's time to
square.
pre-order it.
Or whatever the button is.
Oh, no, I didn't do it from the game. I went to the Square Enix store in Japan here, and I pre-ordered the physical
you had to
copy.
go off. I always had to go fancy, like, I got to use my Japanese style over here. Back
Yeah,
out in
because I
Japan.
wanted the bonus DLC. So if you pre-order it on Square Enix in Japan, you get the Cactuar materia. And then if you pre-order it from Amazon or on the PSN, you get the Chocobo. No, the
Oh, that's right,
Carbuncle?
'cause the Carbuncle? Yeah, because like they're separate. I don't like when games do this when they.
Wait, no, sorry. Cactuar is Square Enix, Carbuncle is PSN, and Chocobo I think is Amazon. I think.
It's too complicated. I was gonna say Jesse's buying you time while you think.
I know someone who can get us the passcodes.
But no,
Hey,
I pre-ordered
Jesse.
it from the Square Enix store here in Japan because I wanted a physical copy, and you get a steelbook along with it.
Wow, that's actually wow. Wait, so if I go to the Square Enix store or I just online Square Enix?
Like Square Enix online store, yep.
I got this place covered.
The steel book, I do like steel books. I gotta say steel books are really nice.
Yeah.
Well, I do get paid before this.
You're gonna, yeah.
Darn it, no, peer pressure. Stop enticing me.
Mind pushing
But-
that button?
No, Jesse.
Don't say no to Jesse. Always say yes, Jesse.
So you know Tifa, right? It's not really
Right.
my
So if you pre-order it
business,
on
but are you
the Square
guys
Enix store, you get a
close?
steelbook of Sephiroth, and then you get the Cactuar materia.
Okay. It's a pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. I mean, like a steelbook Sephiroth. Oh my goodness. But if you think about it, right? Is there anyone on the back of that steelbook?
I think it's just like the flames, as far as I can tell. But I'll tell
Just
you.
like-
I'll let you know when I get my copy.
Let me know, or we'll both get our copies. Because that's gonna be interesting. Because that means that we can just estimate the amount of major characters and amount of steelbooks that they want to release.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be 2 discs. Like, this is gonna be the first PS4 game to come on 2 discs.
I had someone who I was talking to, and they're like, "You think this is gonna expand the PS5 life cycle?"
Investigating whether they belong to the same group that made
The
attempt on your life.
what? FF7?
Yeah, FF7 remake.
Rest assured.
You mean the PS4 life cycle?
Oh no, the PS5 life cycle. That's really long. But like maybe what if we say like half of the PS5 life? Oh god, this is the best lines.
While you sleep,
Sleep,
while you
you
eat,
eat, while you shit. It's here. It's up the Mako.
It doesn't rest and it doesn't care.
Okay, guys, I can't do it.
Do realize what Mako is.
Yeah, and then Cloud's just like, I don't care, man.
This is better than Sugar and Rainbows.
Green, like you and me bleed red.
It's
Yeah.
red.
What the hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me.
And his like Barrett's actions, like his mannerisms,
They kind of do
You
match
can't-
it. They kind of do match.
it's very like
You really here?
It's really Japanese, yeah.
Japanese. They're very Japanese movements.
So if you've
I've
seen
read
like
it.
Tokusatsu, like Power Rangers or Ultraman or something, like that's the kind of weird movements.
It's pretty much that. He's like transforming every 2 seconds.
I'd worry less about the planet and more about the next 5 seconds. Save
Yeah.
the screaming for later.
Oh boy, Cloud. And like, so when I first played FF7, Cloud was cool, but as the years went on, like after playing it, like I actually lost all my respect for him. He was just a whiny
Lost all my respect for him. Okay.
man. I would almost,
You listening, Merc?
between him and Lightning, I don't know who's worse.
I don't know. I kind of like Lightning, although Lightning is kind of like
Well,
a female
so much for
Cloud.
having Cloud do all the
Yeah,
fighting.
female Cloud. So then I was just
Some
like,
places a sword just can't reach.
well, he's got his issues.
Bear with him for me, would you?
And I think that's what, people like brooding people, brooding people like brooding people.
Should have asked for
Anyways,
more money.
Yeah, Cloud and Squall. So the PlayStation had a little bit of an era with these types of protagonists.
Barrett's just like, well. Like I said, I did not like these enemies.
Oh yeah, they're kind of annoying.
They're kind of annoying. They do force you to switch back to Barrett to use his stuff. Man. But it feels good, like just shooting. Like all the individual actions in this game feel good. And if you're watching YouTube right now, or if you're not, remember everyone, if you've made it this far somehow, and
Keep it together.
you're probably gonna ask yourself, why should I actually look at the continue listening? That's a good question, everybody. But we're gonna ask you to continue listening to us, and also.
Oh,
look
you
at the
know
video.
what? So
Yeah.
you can take over manually here. I noticed. So
Well,
we're
you can-
still in command mode, but I'm using charge right now. So we can actually take over completely if you want to.
So it just okay. So if you want time to think, you can kind of think, and the game will continue playing itself and building those ATB gauges up for you.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't,
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can take over manually. I'm playing manually now.
okay, actually, that's actually not a bad idea per se, because at least if you feel like you're gonna forget to guard, and you do take less
You can let
damage,
the game take over, yeah.
you can let the game take over, and then kind of think a little bit of what you want to do. That's actually not. It's not too bad. Classic mode then. Since
Yeah,
you're
so
not
if you,
losing a function.
what you do, it does change your enemy difficulty to easy. So if you want to play not on easy, you cannot use classic mode.
Okay. Did you get hit by these laser beams? 'Cause
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I got hit and I felt real bad. Like,
Yeah.
out of all the games I've played, how on earth am I gonna get hit by these?
So
Go
I didn't
with
get
it,
hit by
Jesse.
the first couple, but I got hit by the later ones where
The
they
later
flash really
ones?
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, Jesse. I think she's actually my waifu. I think Jesse's
Jessie?
actually Jesse's my waifu. I don't know, I got like mad. Maybe my taste changed in the years. Tifa just
Yeah,
doesn't do
maybe.
it for me in this game. I don't know.
No, maybe she'll grow on you when you play a
When
little
she's-
more.
When I'm just busting people up left and right with her, like,
Yeah, when you spend more time with her.
because old girl Jessie ain't gonna spend that much time with her after this game.
It's too bad Jesse gets crushed by a plate. Spoiler.
Shut up!
No, I'm not okay.
I love how you actually take damage on this too, like 10 damage. Look at that.
Just relax.
We should write to Square and be like, can you fix this part? Can you just
Yeah,
actually
make us-
take it out? Can you just take it out? It's pretty lame.
That's over with.
Oh, the lasers.
The lasers. I
Yeah.
actually thought the lasers were gonna come back when you're trying to escape later in the demo,
Oh yeah, me too.
and they did, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oh man. So what is this enemy called again?
The sweeper.
The sweeper.
Junk is a heavy weapons platform.
And so like coming from not Advent Children, goodness gracious.
Crisis
Crisis
Core.
Core. like literally where you're the size, like it has no scale to it. This is kind of like going from Monster Hunter Portable or the DS version or whatever to Monster Hunter World, where things suddenly get, you know, scale and impact. That's how I felt about a lot of the encounters in this game.
Knock it down again. No time to complain.
Look at him go with that. It's like I kind of wonder. Oh, I love this line.
First.
What are you, 20 something? No, first.
I mean your age, not your goddamn rank.
I mean, Barish is just.
Though for all I know,
Oh man.
soldier's rank could be the same as his age. Guess that make you a 1-year-old, huh? Live and learn.
Barrett, like the stuff you say, I guess that makes you a 1-year-old. Live and learn. Oh, they had fun writing.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm curious to see how much of the story they've changed, because obviously to take the Migor section and turn it into a 50-hour game, you're gonna have to throw in a ton of stuff.
Let's get down there.
Or just a ton of side quests like Xenoblade. People love Xenoblade.
Well, yeah.
I don't think they
say-
can get away with that though. I don't think that they. I think we might go. You know, like we saw in the opening cutscene, not this one, but that they revealed.
Yeah,
You know, the upper plate.
the upper plate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think there's a good cause. Maybe you get to check out some of the upper plate and do some missions there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be crazy. That'd be a whole brand new side of Migor that we've never seen before.
We'll see the daytime.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
whole
we'll
nother.
s-
That's an entire color palette.
I know, right? Because that's like, you know, in the original game, you spend basically the whole game under the plate, so there's no sunlight, so it's all dark and looks like this exactly.
It looks, yeah, exactly like this. Though it would kind of like mess up some. Oh yeah, I mean they're rewriting the story, so it's fine. Aerith's whole thing in like Crisis Core is like, oh, I haven't seen the sun. Zack's like, I'm gonna take you out to see the blue sky one day.
Yeah.
That's manly.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. So we're still in a auto
Still in
mode
classic.
here.
Auto mode.
Yeah, classic. Yeah, so we're just kind of letting the characters do the fight
And you can still
themselves.
switch in between them, so that's pretty good.
You can
is
still
there-
switch between them, yeah. And
Oh, no,
you
is
can take
there-
over.
I was gonna say, like, is there anything that's like stood out to you so far, like while just playing, or like in the previous session or this session?
I would just say, like, when you're a kid and you're playing through a video game and you're kind of like, I don't know if I can explain this very well, but you imagine the world in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
The demo, the way that they've remade the world, this is how the game looked to be in my mind. So
Actually imagine it a certain way when you were playing it as a kid, like when you first played it?
yeah.
Because like for me, I always thought like the I don't know, the backgrounds that they would make, I always thought those were like really good, you know. And
They are.
I never wanted more, and like for a long time we didn't get more. We didn't get more until after Final Fantasy X. You know, they were still using those backgrounds
Oh yeah, up until 9, right?
up until 9, and yeah. So it's, for me, I never really imagined it, but then I think a lot of the things that make Final Fantasy VII is it had a very distinguished look, which, going back and think of it, you know, a lot of them do have a different color palette from each other. But
Yeah,
there's something
yeah,
about
so
7 that it's just
7
this
is really
Mako
dark.
color.
Yeah, it's dark, it's green, and then 8 is it's kind of got a bit of a red to it, if
A
you know
red
what I
tint.
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And then 9 it's pretty bright.
10 is just, I just remember snow.
Snow
Snow.
From-
Well, from
from
the
Mount Gagazet.
Yeah, I just remember Mount Gagazet. I don't know what
That's
I
like a
remember much
very
about.
small part of that game. I have no idea why it sticks out to you. Yeah,
Really can bite the hand that feeds.
I'm just gonna throw you this bomb I had on me the whole time.
Thanks.
Do the honors.
I love how he just
Prove
like
to
Barrett's
me
like,
you're the man Tifa says you are. That you're one of
prove
us.
to me.
Never said
Prove
I
to
was.
me.
I'm just here for the paycheck.
Everything Cloud says, and like I love his voice actor, whoever,
Then
you
do the
know,
damn
I should
job.
look it up, but he's like, really? I gotta play along? He goes over and he picks it up. But okay, so did you choose 20 minutes or 30 minutes?
Oh, I chose 20.
I did too. I was just like, well, no, 30 minutes isn't that seems kind of too long.
I think wasn't the original timer 20 anyways?
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
Oh, those degen cells. Don't mess with them. So like, my current motivation is to actually
What about
just
the timer?
finish Crisis Core
Before this comes out?
before this comes out, because I mean, it's not gonna help me. Actually, it might help me a little bit more. I feel like it should give me some more insight, right? You finished it, right?
No, man, I never did.
Oh man, I gotta finish it because I'm like halfway through it.
Yeah, I have a pretty hard time finishing games sometimes, but yeah, I just never got around. I don't know what it was. I never got around to finishing Crisis Core.
I don't know how you fight it.
Well, I'm gonna let the game do the
Do the
thing.
work.
Yup.
Work it out. Build those gauges.
Come on, Bear. I need some ATB here.
Right, right. And like we said, so this gives you that time to actually have the meter automatically building, as opposed to before, if you don't press X or if you don't do it for it, you know, it's not gonna build that meter for you. Which I actually ran into some issues when I was trying to do like some moves, but hey, it's all good. I love that the Scorpion is so like this. I mean, half these fights weren't supposed to be this long. Let's get real. Let's get real.
And this is the first boss fight. Like, this is supposed to be just the boss that kind of gets you a taste of the combat.
Yeah,
and it's pretty
like the
long, to
tutorial.
be honest. Yeah.
It's long. It has how many forms? Like three?
Three
or
or
three
something,
different sections?
3 different phases, yeah. So, I want to know
How?
I'm excited for the other bosses, especially, and I really want them to do the weapon fights.
Well, I mean, they're definitely gonna do them. And if you missed, you know, Final Fantasy 14, I think there's the not Genova. Is it Ruby? I think.
Oh yeah,
they've
if you play 14, you can do the Ruby fight. You can do a Ruby fight. Sorry, not like the Ruby fight, but you know.
It looks like beastly too, man. I don't know. The Ruby fights in this game, or like the weapon fights, are gonna be stupid. I'm gonna say one will take you 30 minutes by itself, at minimal, until someone figures out how to just
Find a way.
debuff the mess out of it. Because like this thing did not have these little extra functions, right? So it has the armor plating, and then it has the what's the core inside of it that you can actually target.
Yeah, the field generator thing.
Yeah, so you can actually go for the field generator, or you can go for just normally taking it down, to kind of disable different portions of it. So I can imagine those weapons coming back with additional functions.
Yeah,
Jump on the wall.
I was talking to some friends that I met in FF14, and they're like, this game gets me excited because it really reminds me of kind of FF14 style fights. The raid fights with the different phases and the AoE strikes, and how there's like a different way to approach each phase. Like, so now we're in the tail laser phase, which you have to hide behind the cover here, right?
Which, thank goodness for easy mode. I mean, classic. This like when things like this happen for me in games, it kind of makes me panic a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually got hit the first time.
Whoa, really?
Because I start looking like, okay, where's the cover? I don't want to get hit, and it's just like, I don't know. It's not stuff that I used to do when I was younger, of course, but like now I find myself not being as responsive.
Gotta heal up.
I'm literally might actually use this classic mode.
Really?
I might use it. I don't know. It's like it probably plays like it looks right now, which is like,
Oh yeah, it plays itself. It plays itself. It's also on easy mode. Like, that's the first time I used Cure at all.
How many times did you use Cure on the original fight then?
Oh, so
Because
so
I was like, if I die on this mug, and this dude was
yeah.
it was challenging.
So,
I mean, there was
so many times.
there was a legit challenge to it.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying that. I think they really did a good job of turning the game into an action RPG.
It's definitely
and
a
I
good fusion.
Yeah, and I remember like when the game kind of was announced back in 2015, 2016, and we got our first taste of gameplay footage, or at least whatever they were planning at the time. There's a lot of people on the internet that were just like, why did you make it an action RPG? Like, all your action RPGs are dumb. Because at the time, FF15 had just come out, and people were like, that's a bad game. I don't want to play an action RPG because Square, you're bad at action RPGs. But playing the demo, I think it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, this is. I think they, and I think what it is like you have that moment of, like we said, trying to stagger the boss. That's one thing. So you're trying to rush towards that. And the second part is they really did a good job allowing you to switch to each of the different characters. That adds a different dynamic to it that makes you kind of very cognizant of course, their health, but that's what you would do anyways. You would try to figure out, okay, do I need to heal this person? Do I need to use spell? I need to use items. It makes you do all of that without having to take too much of a break from thinking, you know? That makes sense? Yeah, I think I said that right. Makes you think just enough.
Military-grade armor and a
The
reactor.
braver. I do like that eventually you get to use the limit break. Eventually.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it in a second here.
And I you know, it was so weird, like, when I got the limit break, I just, like, straight up did it with Cloud. I was like, doof, 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 doof.
Yeah.
I'm Chunibyo, everybody. I act out all my emotions.
Now, go.
I gotta say, man, classic mode is easy.
It's easy. I mean, for the sake of this podcast, it's a great thing we changed.
Yeah.
For the sake of the link to this. Oh, do it. Ugh. Boom.
Still not dead though.
It's still not dead. That's what's so crazy. This thing is. Now let me go berserk. And they're just.
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take
Just
it
like
off.
how much longer can you do this? I think there was a quote somewhere. I think it was on Twitter. Someone's like, FF7. This demo is the perfect Michael Bay movie that I
Oh
can
yeah,
play.
it's crazy. It's fun.
So I was just like, even after I played, I was like, you know what? I can just take. If they just made the game linear, like 13 or 10, like 10. I say if they did it like 10, I'd play it. I'm fine. I know people would be upset because they're like, where are my side quests? You know, whatever. I'm like,
It's a pretty good like movie. You know what I
it's
mean?
a good movie, like, and it moves at a good pace. And like,
That's why I'm thinking like I mentioned so many times. I want them to do the whole compilation within this game project. So
wait,
when
what-
we're done this, yeah, I want to see Advent Children in playable form. I want to play Advent Children.
so the podcast finally loops back around to my beginning accidental statement. When I played Advent Children, if you
Yeah,
played Advent Children,
We've got
to just see you coming from the future here.
that would be, that would be kind of crazy. In the sense, well, we have everybody at the beginning, so by the time they actually get to it, all the assets are already made.
Yeah, like
even
these
Midgard's
models.
already made.
Yeah, like these models look good. I would say they look as good or better than the ones they use in Advent Children.
They actually do look better. Like I've gone back and looked at some of Advent Children.
Yeah,
and
if you
like,
look at Tifa and you
Oh.
compare Tifa from Advent Children versus the Tifa that shows up in this one, I think she looks better.
I think I have to go. She looks better in Advent Children, but that's just because I like how she's dressed. I don't know. They
What was
nice
her
little-
What was her outfit in Advent Children? I don't. Wasn't it
It's-
the same?
No. She has a it's kind of like a black. It's not a one piece per se.
Oh, I
but-
remember. Yeah.
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 Kind of like the bar master, kind of little
Yeah.
thing down there.
I don't know. I think she has a better face in the game.
I have a feeling like by the end of this game, everyone's just gonna have like they're gonna have me typed like by the end of this podcast, like, yo man, Adrian, he's what up, Jesse?
And then she gets crushed by a rock,
This-
but somehow doesn't have broken legs.
I don't understand this. It's okay, cause my girl, leave her alone. This is like
for now, yeah. For now.
For now, oh man, don't remind me. Don't remind me.
Do I look okay?
Help a girl out, would ya?
In the original game, you can leave her, right? If I recall, you can actually not save her,
I probably.
and then
saved her.
she'll like get herself out or something.
I'm just tripping that her leg's not broken.
No,
like,
not broken.
It,
Yeah,
it
not
should be like
This way.
destroyed. Yeah.
destroyed. There should be disaster report at this point.
Probably.
Be wrapping that up, Jesse.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Yeah, I gotta say the classic mode is fairly easy. So if you're looking for just a cinematic experience and you want to, I guess just enjoy the story and not sweat the gameplay, then definitely go ahead choose classic mode. Because if you don't want to do the battles, you don't have to. And if on the rare occasion you want to take control, the game will absolutely just let you take over. So you're not losing anything from easy mode.
Exactly. And like I said, if you're like me and you just want to take some time to think, and you want to make it, you know, that's actually a good question that I just asked myself. If you change, can you change during the middle of combat?
No, you can't, because you can't bring the main menu up during combat.
Okay.
But I mean, I can show you. Like once we're done this fight, we can open the main menu and just put it back to normal if you want.
That might just be a way, like if you're having a hard time with a boss fight, just put it in easy mode.
Yeah, just let the boss kind of.
Just die. Just let the boss die. It's not even.
Change it to easy, and then you know.
Yeah. I think, you know, like the way that we play games now, I think a lot of people either, you know, you can choose to pay to progress in some games, or you can choose to, you know, your time is valued, so you need to know how you want to use your own time. If it's okay, if you feel like it's starting to stress you out, then take some of the difficulty off. Don't feel ashamed. It's fine.
I think that's something that I've really learned as an adult. You do have limited time, and if you just want to enjoy a game, like you come home from work or whatever, and you just want to get through a story section, yeah, just go ahead and put the game on easy. Like, it's your time, it's your entertainment, it's your experience, so just do that.
Exactly. You only got so much time in the world. Use it how you want to. Or in a day. Or
exactly, yeah.
Ugh.
There's so many sparks, huh?
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure someone just said, we're going to make an entire engine where they just sparks.
Yeah, more sparks.
There's not this many sparks in FF15, right? Or even...
there's a lot of particles in FF15, because you can teleport with a sword, and there's a bit of an effect with that when you teleport. But I don't recall this many sparks happening.
They had to get some inspiration somewhere, just like, let's spark it up, guys. And add all these boxes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, there's like a little bit, 16 minutes, 20 seconds left in the demo. I don't know how you can use all 16 minutes or 20 minutes.
Of this part, like of not making out before the bomb explodes?
Of not making, yeah.
It's like impossible, man. You have to do something bad to not make it out before the bomb goes off.
Because like even when you're in the ATB, like the choosing your attacks and it slows down time, it's still moving. The time's still ticking down, which I thought was really cool. Like it doesn't stop time. It's a nice touch. Even when you're just doing normal combat without this timer, you can see the characters moving and damage actually happening when it happens to you. That's that. That's why I'm not a voice actor, everybody. I can't say that's that perfectly.
You can't say it like Cloud.
I can't say it like Cloud. That's that. This dude's gonna be in everything after we hear this voice. You'll just hear.
Oh yeah.
Cloud.
Do you know who the voice actor is?
No. I didn't check out who the voice actor is. I should.
Yeah, me neither. But from what I've heard of Cloud so far, I think he is a pretty good Cloud. He does sound the way that I would imagine Cloud to sound. So I think that's pretty awesome.
These guys are so annoying.
I know, but you can counter them when you put yourself into Punisher mode. Because they'll attack you physically, and then you'll do the auto counter. So that's probably the easy way to take care of them.
Oh wait, there's an auto counter from.
Yeah. So if you switch yourself to Punisher mode and you just block, he auto counters any physical strike.
Oh, okay. So I definitely missed that on that. So I was just like, these guys are so annoying.
They are annoying.
They still are annoying.
If you're not doing the auto counter, they kind of suck. Yeah, so I was on the fence about playing this game in English or Japanese because I've been trying to play more games in Japanese. It's just a really good, easy way to learn words
Yeah, it's a good way to study, like we talked about.
Yeah, it's a good way to study. So I was like, hey, you know, maybe I should play this game in Japanese, sorry. But then at the same time, I'm just like, I kind of want to just really enjoy the game. I want to just like really get absorbed into it. So maybe I should do it in English.
You should. You should do it for Barrett. Do it for Barrett.
Do it for Barrett. Yeah, do it for like the special English Barrett. Because I got to say, you guys, like, Barrett comes off really differently in Japanese. It's kind of weird.
Oh man, actually, are we able to change it? I know the demo's over. Like, if we just change it now, if it in system options, audio. Oh.
No, the only way to change it is for me to back out and to change my whole PS4 into Japanese.
Okay. Okay, that's right. Give you a taste of that beret.
Yeah, he's got a weird kind of flavor to him.
You know, he kind of reminds me of a friend of the show, Rivar, who was on a while back.
Is he as ripped as Barrett?
I mean, he's a pretty big dude. He's pretty muscular, but he's not.
He's not Barrett ripped.
He's not Barrett ripped, but he does have that kind of personality where I feel like he could just start. I mean, he does actually do this often.
So here's the thing that I was really, not intrigued by, but I noticed that this scene was added for a remake where the bomb is shown to not actually be that effective.
Right, and they actually just.
And then and Shinra themselves destroys the reactor. And I think we know this of having played 7. That's so Shinra can pin the blame on Avalanche.
Right.
But this entire scene was brand new for the remake to show, I guess, to make the narrative a little bit better. So maybe we can look forward to a little more stuff like that, where in remake they kind of fix up the script.
Cloud's so patient. Shit's blowing up around me. I'm all good.
Yeah, because cool guys don't look at explosions, right?
He's not even like, I mean, he's just like waiting patiently.
Also, it's pretty risky to take an elevator from a facility that you are literally bombing.
They couldn't take the stairs. Go, Jesse, go. Go while you can. Let me see that. Jesse.
Well, you want me to catch up to Jesse? Is that what you're saying?
I want you to catch up to Jesse.
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
It is kind of weird, their little armor that they have, and that, like.
Oh yeah, Jesse's armor.
Like Final Fantasy has, like, you know. Oh, here comes that cool scene where Cloud's like, I'm gonna jump.
Does like that front flip off a falling pipe.
Okay,
Yeah.
was pretty cool. Right,
and the subtle smile that he has after Jesse says, "Now that was pretty cool," is pretty funny. But no, I mean, like, if you look at the world of Final Fantasy VII, you have a nice mix of this, I don't know, this high technology, but like the cars.
Yeah, look at that car. Yeah, look at that old-timey car.
20s or something, like
I know,
40s or something, and then the buildings are also similar. They're, you know, it's a mix, and I think that's what makes it so unique. Oh, Jesse. If I said it more than 5 times, guys, you won something.
Yeah. So this isn't gonna be like, this is the end of the playable part of the demo, but we're getting a selection of scenes from the game.
And we do know that, you know, the press has already been playing at least up to chapter 3, if I remember.
Yeah, I was watching some footage on YouTube. There's some footage on the official PlayStation channel. There's some footage on Famitsu, if you guys know what Famitsu is.
Yeah, there's footage on, I think, the Japanese PlayStation YouTube account as well. You can find the footage. It's out there. They're fine with showing everybody. I mean, I think what Square's definitely saying, even in this demo, is like, you know, we are proud of the game that we've made. And I will be surprised if they fail on any part of it. Like, it seems like a 10, man. If you want to put 10s out, 9s out, whatever.
Yeah, I want to know how this game is received critically. Obviously, it has a lot of fan hype behind it. It has a lot of yeah, I guess just hype. People are really excited to play it, but I want to know how it's going to be perceived by, let's say, games journalism. What kind of faults are they going to find with the game? Are they going to say it's too short? Are they going to say it's too easy, too hard? You know, something about the narrative going to fall apart?
That's yeah, and even with the narrative not falling apart, I think the biggest issue with the game is that it's obviously not the full game. I think that's gonna be. I don't know if people are gonna like. No one's gonna take a point off for it. I don't think. I just think that's gonna be something in the back of some people's heads. You know, even some of my friends are as excited as they are about the game. They are not as excited to know that when they finish playing it, it's another year that they'll have to wait, or maybe a year and a half. You know, who knows what happens in development cycles, or just in life in general. So it could be 2 years. You know, we never know.
Yeah, and I think I want to know like when part 2 or whatever calling it comes out, if it's going to be a simultaneous release for PS4 and PS5, or is it going to be PS5 only.
That's true. Or we just be like, you know, with I think Horizon Zero Dawn, and also I think what was it, The Last of Us potentially coming to PC. Is this also a game that could release on PC simultaneously? If Sony's kind of shifting to that strategy, could we see all of that happening? And at that point, I mean, honestly, I don't think they need exclusivity.
Yeah,
Just
well, we
launch
know
it
this game, so FF7 Remake, will be exclusive to Sony for 1 year, and then after that, I suspect it'll be on Xbox as well, and then maybe PC. We did get a PC version of 15, so I'm fairly confident that we're going to get a PC release. And then the question is, am I going to double dip? Because I tend to do that. Yeah, I tend to do that.
You probably will.
I got 15 twice. I got 13 twice. I got Lightning Returns twice.
I've kind of like started to see this in myself too. Like, so I was actually talking to a friend about this, that I hope, and I don't think this is what's going to happen, is that for PlayStation Plus, I know they want to charge for online. Just give me a $20 online subscription, or I mean 40, whatever. Just give me that without the PlayStation Plus games attached to it, so they can discount it, right?
Oh, you just want to play online. You don't want the free games.
Right, because what I've realized is that, like, so I've started streaming.
You're not playing them.
I'm not, yeah, I haven't been playing them, and then I've actually been rebuying them on PC because it's easier for me to stream that way, because I don't have a capture card at the moment. So I've been rebuying some of them.
Yeah, and I've been rebuying a lot of my games on PC as well. I've been doing this for years now, but it's for convenience, because I like having a digital library. It's for performance, because generally PC games perform better on console. You get more frames per second, high resolution, whatever, right?
Right.
And if you want, you can usually mod a PC game. You can put in wacky stuff. You know, look at the Left 4 Dead mods, because that's a wild west of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't know.
Yeah,
hopefully,
I might double dip.
Hopefully we can do this. And thanks everyone. We're at the end of the show now, and that's a long demo. Honestly, it's a long demo, and got to give it to Square for. I think this is the demo that's been out since, you know, E3 a couple years ago, or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
They've been adding to it. So let us know what you think about Final Fantasy VII, for sure. The remake, the demo, the game itself, on our Twitter at UGP_cast. And you can also follow us there. Follow us on, I was going to say Twitch. No, you can follow us on Instagram at UGP_cast. YouTube, look up Unknown Games Podcast. You can find this video, and we'll hopefully do some more of these, some food reviews, of course, and, you know, just try to make the UGP community even better than it already is. Tell your friends about it, and I guess if you want to watch me stream, I stream Wednesdays and Fridays here in Japan. You can follow me on Twitch at NinjaTrix. That's NinjaTrix. Anything for you, from Alex?
I don't know. Play Chrono Cross still. Get a Vita TV.
After, you know what? We should just play Chrono Cross. We should just do a series where we play Chrono Cross.
Oh yeah, that'd be crazy.
We have the means. If this works, I think that's what we do.
Yeah.
So there it is, everybody. Thanks for listening. And remember, you set the tone. Go play some games. Put something good out into the world and enjoy life. We'll see you next time for episode number 26 of the Unknown Games Podcast next week. Peace.
All right, peace.
Can't you hear the planet suffering?